What's up, guys? You have been looking for that ultimate tilt gooseneck equipment trailer. Today we're looking at the HXD, which fits that bill perfectly. This one is beautiful. It's got AlumaTrax, 24-foot long, 10K disc brakes, all the works. We're going to take a walk around and look at this one and talk through some of the features, benefits, and then the options that this one has. Then also we're going to do a loading sequence so you can really see how great the ProTilt option works. We're going to load the F-250. We have this one hooked to the old yard dog, so don't be offended, you Dodge guys. We're going to load the Ford on the trailer. I know we're going to get the jokes in the comments, but just stay along for the ride. While we're doing the walk around, our Tough Wireless is charging in the truck. That's the cool thing about Tough. It has a rechargeable battery instead of the little cheap replaceable ones, which is awesome. So it's charging on USB. Let's take that walk around. So the HXDGN obviously is the gooseneck version like we talked about, using that signature engineered beam neck. There's actually on a 210 HXD, it's engineered beam frame as well. This one is 24 foot long. It's got two 10K axles and weigh in right at 5,500 pounds. So it's got a 23,000 pound GVWR, which means you got just under 18,000 pounds of payload that you can put on the deck of this HXDGN. So it's a animal when it comes to hauling equipment. Who is the HXDGN for? Well, it can go a few different routes. Being that it's got the big stationary deck up front, then the back tilt, this one goes great for the construction site, whether that's landscape, general construction, whatnot. You can use the stationary deck to haul palleted goods. You can put implements or like forks or buckets or anything like that up front and be able to haul a skid steer, mini X, those kind of machines, like heavy concentrated machines in the back. But also what's really cool about it is it's 102 inches wide to the outside of the rub rail with the drive over fenders. So if you have a vehicle that you need to load that's over width, you can actually drive over those fenders as well. So it's kind of a hybrid between what we call a lowboy, which is where your deck is down between the tires, and a deck over. Kind of gives you the best of both worlds. Very versatile, probably one of the most capable gooseneck equipment trailers on the market. So like all Diamond C gooseneck trailers, it's going to come with dual jacks, always dual jacks, the full toolbox between the neck. This one is actually upgraded to the dual 20K Lippert hydraulic jacks, which is beautiful because it shares the same pump as the bed. And we'll get into that ProTilt option here in a few minutes, but it just makes sense that you have the ProTilt option with hydraulic jacks and the bed. This one also has the work lights on the neck, so which make it easy if it's before the sun comes up, your crew's getting going, or after dark, you can use those. Do it out to the side to where you can light up your workspace or actually light up the deck itself. Want to make sure to point out the Kurt cushion coupler. Diamond C is the only brand in the industry that has a cushioning coupler standard equipment. And what that means is it has rubber that's filled inside that cast cavity down right above the ball, and it really absorbs that fore aft buck and makes it ride really good. So you take that, this one has torsion axles, whether it's torsion or it is the slipper roller. Those two things together makes for a very good riding trailer, but you're not giving up any of the heavy dutiness, if you will, of the trailer. Trailer's still very strong, heavy duty, but it's not as hard on your tow vehicle or whoever is pulling it. So that's a really nice thing to have, is that Kurt cushion coupler. Again, you've got this signature engineered beam neck with the nice radiuses. Takes a lot of the stress out of the hard point that you have on structural beam necks that are basically cut up and welded together. The gooseneck also comes with a chain tray winch mount standard. This one does not have a winch in it, so it's got the fair lead hole covered, and then it also has a winch receiver under the bottom. So very versatile there. You can use it for several different things, whether you want to keep it chain tray and have a winch that you put into the receiver, or mount your winch. It's already got the bolt pattern pre-drilled into the bottom of the plate. So as we move back, we made a easily stowable retractable deck step standard on the HXDGN, much like on the F-Maxes, so access onto the bed is super easy. I talked about the 102 wide version that this is, and so you've got this laser grip cut out here. These holes actually all the way down are considered for traction. If you're pulling onto the deck, you can see they kind of line up with the fenders here. So most especially for the tilt portion. If you've got tires gripping into these little laser holes, gives you a little bit of added traction there versus the standard being diamond plate is what most other manufacturers use. So we got the rubber on stake pockets with chain spools for being able to chain down, tie down whatever you're hauling, whether it is just cargo or equipment, you can chain or tie down either way. This one comes standard with 4 of the big 5/8 D-rings for chaining equipment down. This customer actually added a second set right here in front of the fender so that you can easily tie down or chain down the equipment that you're hauling. You'll notice, I mentioned in the intro as well, this bright aluminum floor. This is the AlumaTrax floor option. So I'm not gonna beat around the bush. It's not a cheap option, but when you talk about return on investment and investing into a trailer that's going to be more cost effective to own long term, the way that lumber prices are nowadays, and then labor, if you replace this floor, a pine floor, once, twice, you've paid for the AlumaTrax. And so, of course, the aluminum is going to last forever. It's actually what we call knurled right on the top of it, so it provides traction. We get that question a lot. Hey, is the AlumaTrax, does it have the traction that even wood has? And the answer is yes. We've got YouTube videos out there that show it in wet conditions loading whether it was a tractor, a truck, side by side. We've loaded all kinds of stuff on it and done traction tests to prove that it is still has just as much or more traction as your normal wood floor. But again, it lasts forever, and it is replaceable. If you were to damage one with a forklift or something like that, you can pull a board out and replace it. Moving back, looking at these drive over fenders, they are unique. Again, most folks use a diamond plate fender. In this case, we're using what we call a punched fender here. You can see these raised areas all over the fender, and that's punched from the bottom side, so it's giving you traction as you drive up and over the fender. If you're loading, say, a wide truck or a SkyTrack or something that needs to go over the fenders, you've got added traction up and over the fenders. One of the things you'll notice about this one with the fenders as well, this height from the floor to the top of the fender is kept very low profile. Many of our competitors, their height is several inches higher than this, which creates a really uncomfortable situation if you're loading over those fenders. Because if you think about it, your bed's 14 degrees. You don't want that fender any higher than it has to be, because then it can get pretty crazy when you're trying to drive over it. And so you want to keep it low profile. That's one thing the engineered beam allows us to do, is be able to keep that fender height as low pro as possible when you're running such big suspension and wheels and tires. So very nice feature there. Moving back to wheels and tires and suspension and brakes. On this one, we have 2 10,000-pound Dexter. They are oil bath axles, and we run a 235 18-ply super single. What does that mean? That means it is the heaviest duty wheel and tire you can pretty well put on this axle. That way it's going to last longer when you're on the job site, more puncture resistant, but also the tread wear is going to last for quite a long time versus another being a 215 or even down to a 16-inch wheel, which is not really going to fit on here, but in terms of a super single, it's going to last a long time. This one does have the disc brakes, so that's a good thing. Up front, you're again paying a premium, but long term, the ongoing maintenance costs are less as long as you stay, engaged with where your brake pad wear is. Pads are a lot cheaper than electric brake assemblies, and then on top of that, your stopping power with disc brakes is much better than that of drum brakes. So recently, we launched the ABS product with Lippert on all of our electric drum brakes, and they are much stronger. But at the end of the day, if you want the strongest brake out there, the electric over hydraulic brake, disc brake is where it's at. And we use that Hydro Pro pump. These guys are at the forefront of the industry in terms of technology and innovation around electric over hydraulic braking. So we only use the best in Hydro Pro, and then the disc brakes are actually D-Max disc brakes. So both of those are independently sourced because we want to make sure we're using the highest quality components that we can get our hands on when you're talking about building a trailer that you're going to invest in from now on. Moving to the back, We've got our transition area here, so we got heavy duty diamond plate transition for when the bed is down on the ground. We have our collapsible bumper. One thing to note, a small detail on our bumper, it actually has a shock absorber under it, just like the front end of your pickup would have, in terms that it's not just a coil spring. So whenever this one's going down the road, the bumper, you don't see it flapping and hitting like a lot of our competitors on this trailer would have. That shock absorber kind of keeps tension both ways, and so it works really well, and it still collapses super easy. So from there, we'll jump into giving you kind of that the demo where we're going to operate the ProTilt option, and we can talk about that real quick before we get there. So ProTilt, what it allows for you to do is have the best of both worlds. A powered tilt up and down, so if you've got a long wheelbase vehicle that you need to be able to power up or down, or a load that you need to get raised up, you can actually flip the valve and be able to power it up, and it also powers your jacks up and down. But then on the flip side, it gives you gravity down on the bed, which is what you're going to use 99% of the time if you're hauling a skid steer. You don't want to have to push the button and do all that. You just flip the valve, unlock the bed, and then gravity tilt, it just raises up and easily comes back down, and you stay in that mode. When it's hooked up, you can stay in gravity all the time until you need power. So it's an industry first and has been an extremely popular option. The cool thing is on the side, to get more familiar with it, if you're on the yard, there's a QR code here right on the ProTilt sticker, and it takes you to a landing page on our website to learn more about ProTilt and kind of show you how it works. We have videos there. But the ProTilt is when we talk about this trailer being extremely versatile, like ProTilt is one of those things that is basically the cherry on top. It caps it off. It allows you to use the trailer the most efficiently that you need to. All right, guys, we got our tough wireless all charged up, so we're going to pick up on that ProTilt option. The beautiful thing about the ProTilt is it allows you, like I said, be versatile in that normally on a gravity tilt trailer, it's really hard to load a truck, like a 3/4 ton four-door like today, long wheelbase truck, because your front tires get past the tilt point before your back tires get on the bed. Even if you get it on there, by locking the valve out, the downside is getting it back off. You can't really do that easily. And so with ProTilt, you're able to power it both ways. So we're starting in power mode. We're gonna unhook the mechanical latch here, take our remote and raise the bed. So with that, it's raised up, so now we can load the truck. So after we load the truck, we'll show you how the gravity works as well. So now we can place the truck wherever for load distribution that we want. But in this case, again, it would be super hard if this was just pure gravity to get the truck back off. So we can actually raise it up. Now we can start backing down. Don't mind my hitch back there dragging a little bit. There we go. So that gives you the power mode. Now we're going to switch the valve to gravity and show you that even with the weight of a person, or especially with like a Mini X or a skid steer or something like that, it comes down super nice and easy. But you don't have that kind of unequal tilt problem when you have one more concentrated piece of equipment with tracks or even shorter wheelbase that all gets on the deck at one time, because then once it gets past the tilt point, it eases on down. So it comes down nice and easy, and then we can latch it with the foot latch, relatch the mechanical. Going down the road, I always recommend go ahead and put it back in power mode, because it stops it from, it seals that fluid from being able to go back and forth. So it's just another additional latch, like a hydraulic latch on the bed. But yeah, that shows the ProTilt option, how versatile it is. You can jump on DiamondC.com and outfit an HXD, which is the bumper pull, or HXDGN. Different links, colors, options to outfit one to do the work you need to most effectively. So think about what you do. again, whether it's landscape or general construction or on the farm, and then you can go build one out to fit the work you need to do.